Hey Sagittarius, welcome to your Villain Era reading, where we'll take a look at a life event that has fundamentally changed the way that you are and how you move through life. So, starting with the overall energy that's surrounding you, we have Imagine. Let's pull another card and see what other energies are surrounding my Sagittarius collective. And we have Mother Mary, expect a miracle. Have faith that your prayers have been heard and are being answered. Oh, so there seems to be some pretty positive energy that's surrounding my Saggies out there. It feels as though this is a situation where you are in a place of having big dreams, right? I just heard dare to dream. And so there's this sense of excitement that's coming through this reading for you. And so I'm not entirely sure just yet whether your villain era was something traumatizing or if you had just sort of an epiphany that's like, "Oh my God, aha. I know exactly what it is that I want my life to look like." And so I think that you're spending a pretty fair amount of time just sort of daydreaming. Oh my gosh, wouldn't it be amazing if such and such happened? Or wouldn't it be incredible if X, Y, and Z? It's like you're letting your mind sort of run free. At the same time, though, Saggies, what I'm feeling is this undercurrent of frustration. And it's not a sense of, you sort of daydreaming and imagining what it is that you want your life to look like and saying, "Oh, I can't have that." It really is a sense of what the hell is taking so long? Why is it not here yet? I can see it clearly. I can feel it. There are little glimpses of experiences that I get every so often that feel so comfortable that I know that this is what's meant for me. But where is it? Like, where is it in its entirety? It almost feels like it's trickling out, and every so often you get a little flash of it, and it's like, "Oh, here it is, here it is." And then it's not sort of complete. And so I think that there's this bit of frustration after coming to this realization of what it is that you want out of life. And so Spirit's saying, expect a miracle. Don't give up on it yet. Maybe it's taking a little bit longer than you thought, but seems like it's on its way because your vision of it is so clear. So let's get into some tarot and see what other messages we can get for you. So starting out first with what experiences or what situation brought you to this point. And we had 3 cards that came out. We have the 6 of Pentacles, we have the 7 of Pentacles, and we also have Judgment in reverse. So this is an interesting combination for my Sagittarius collective out there, because with the 6 of Pentacles, it feels as though there's been that trickle, right? The 6 of Pentacles can be looked at as having that balance, right? That there's 3 on one side, there's 3 on the other side. It also, though, represents someone who has these 5 pentacles and they're sort of doling them out one by one to the people around them. And so I feel like for a lot of my Sagittarius collective, it feels as though these things that you have in your head, these visions of your dream life, they're coming to you in 3D in this sort of trickle, like one little bit at a time. And here's your patience, right? Because we have the 7 of Pentacles. It's like, I've planted these seeds. I'm manifesting. I'm envisioning. I'm chanting. I'm doing everything. And I'm waiting. And I'm waiting. And I'm waiting. When are these seeds that I planted going to start? When are they going to be ready to harvest? And so with Judgment in reverse, it's like you haven't given up on that. You haven't sort of made this final determination that it's not going to happen. So I do think, like I mentioned before, that this is not a bad villain moment, but this is like you've made your decision, right? You haven't let go of this vision. It's just that waiting that is so frustrating for you right now. It's like, damn, when is it going to come? Like, when is it going to pop off? So this is you if if you've started a business or you do something online or whatever it is, that you're just waiting for it to pop. And it's like, why hasn't it popped yet? Why hasn't it popped yet? It's like, that's the key to everything. This thing is just not there, but you're still going. You haven't let go of it. You haven't given up because you feel so strongly is that this is where you should be ultimately. Now, how has this affected your life and your relationships? We have the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, and we also have the 7 of Cups. So I think that for a lot of my Sagittarius collective, and don't get upset with me, that every so often when this frustration bubbles up, it feels like you go into a little bit of shutdown mode, right? And you may take a step back, you don't put as much work in. And again, you haven't given up on where it is that you want to be, but every now and again, I think that, your irritation at things not progressing faster or kind of dropping all at one time is like, you know what, I'm gonna just take a beat. Like, I know that this is what I want and I don't understand why it's happening, but I feel like I keep putting effort in and there's, nothing to show for it right now. So I'm going to stop. And so I feel like there are these, sort of ebbs and flows where there's always this baseline of this is what I want, but it's like, I'm gonna work for it. I'm tired. I'm gonna work for it. It's not happening. It's one of those feelings. And with the 7 of Cups, this is sometimes about having lots of options. It can also be a sense of disillusionment, right? Where you see things and it's like, oh, maybe I should do that. And it's like, nah, that's not the right path. I think that sometimes you may want to find shortcuts, to getting to your dream life. And it's almost like Spirit done told you up 10 times, there's no shortcuts, but there is work and patience, right? The effort that you put in is going to be, especially consistently, is going to be what, helps things pop off. I was just reading an article the other day that said, on average, it takes 10 years to create overnight success. So I think that, Sag, this is going to be one of those moments for you that it's going to take a little bit of time to get this overnight success. Now, what lesson are you meant to get from this? We have the High Priestess in reverse, and we also have chains. And so this is very interesting because what it feels like, Sag, is that it's only when you go against your intuition or what it is that that you start feeling stuck, that you start feeling trapped. And so when we think about like the Imagine card and a miracle coming and you planting these seeds, you wouldn't be doing that if you did not know that this was for you. You wouldn't feel so strongly if you didn't know that this was for you. But those moments of frustration that comes in, that creates even a little bit of doubt, that makes you stop pushing as hard, leads you to this place of feeling stuck and feeling frustrated. So it feels like there's a little cycle that comes along. And so I feel like the biggest lesson that you're taking away from this, Sag, is like, is this what you want? Like you feel it? Like you know that this is what was meant for you? Then don't waver. Don't let the frustration get the best of you. And even if you do get frustrated, use that as, a sort of catapult, to nudge you forward, to keep pushing you along. Because these starts and stops, I feel like you're only delaying the inevitable. So I think the biggest lessons for my Saggies is to keep pushing. Push through. Push right on through. Now, what can you do to sort of change this? We have the Ace of Wands and we also have the 6 of Swords. So, loving this energy for my Sagittarius collective, because with the Ace of Wands, it's almost like the universe is asking you, do you remember why you wanted this so much? Because wands are about fire, their passion, their excitement. There's a lot of energy behind it. And the Ace is really new beginnings. And so I feel like the universe is asking you, why did you start wanting this in the first place? Go back to what it was that made you want this so badly and hold on to that energy. And the Six of Swords is simply about moving on to a calmer, more quiet place. So when that frustration starts getting the best of you, it's a good opportunity for you to transmute that energy and channel it into something that's more productive, something that is aligned with these big dreams that you have. So you got a lot of energy, Saggies. I feel like sometimes you're not using it in the right way. And I think I'm not going to say that that's an easy fix, depending on who you are and what it is that you want. But I think that it'll go a long way into pushing you closer to your life goals. So, what challenges or obstacles might you face? We have the Three of Wands and we also have the Page of Cups in reverse. Now, Saggies, it's interesting because this Three of Wands has come out for Aries and Leo readings too. So this element of patience is like all up and through you guys for this reading. So one of the biggest challenges is going to be you being patient and waiting for those ships to come in. You know, if you are still pursuing your path, whatever that may be, and you're putting in this work consistently, it's only a matter of time before it comes towards you. There's nothing particularly extra that you need to do outside of staying the course. And so I think that also when it comes to this life dream that you have with the Page of Cups in reverse, the pages are very young energy. They're still learning, they're still growing. And so I think that this path that you're taking, there may be some things that you need to absorb. There may be some things that you need to learn along the journey, sort of doing this stepwise so that when this miracle does come in, when you have this dream life, you're going to be fully prepared for it. So I think that there may be an inclination to just sort of skip to the next step because of this, impatient, frustrated feeling that pops up every so often. But Spirit's like, no, let's make sure that we do this in the right way. This was put in your head. That means it was meant for you. That means that it's attainable. But let's make sure that when it comes, it's the right time and you're in the right mode for it. So taking a look at the potential outcome for this reading, where are we at? We have the Lovers, and let's see, pull a clarifying card, and we have the Knight of Wands. So what this does feel like, because the Lovers at its core is really about a partnership where people are mutually aligned. And so I do think that going forward, you will have people who are aligned with you, who want to be supportive, who share the same vision that it is that you have. And there's going to be something coming in. The Knight of Wands. The Knights are messenger cards. And so this is exciting news that's coming in. It may be from someone who can help bump you to this next level. It may be through someone who wants to partner with you on some aspect of these dreams that you have. But there's support that's waiting for you. So expect that once you sort of ground yourself and you remain consistent and you don't let your frustration get the better of you, expect that there's going to be an exciting message from someone coming in. It may be the miracle that you're looking for that's going to bump you into the life of your dreams. So that's what I got for my Saggies out there. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.